There we go. Okay. Only vaguely early. We're testing new stuff here. Good. There we go. Whew. Oh. Let's see here. Testing all sorts of new stuff today. Uh-oh. Reverb, huh? That's probably because that thing. Hey, Karen, how's it going? Alright. We still reverbing or no? Hopefully not. Still reverbing. Why are we reverbing? She said to stream only. Let's try that. How about now? Testing, testing, testing. Good now? All right. Oh. Awesome. I'm setting up now so I can actually control the system from up here in the craft room. I got a remote mouse and keyboard. Or I should say, yet another remote mouse and keyboard. So now, if anything goes on, I can control it from here. Yeah, it's handy. It's definitely handy. I thought I would need to plug it in, but I guess I don't. It's a 30-foot cord. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Yeah, not much is up. I've been streaming like a madman for those last couple of quarantines. Doing all sorts of stuff. A 3D printer chomping away. Oh. And the fur ball, who's happy to say hi. Oh, man. All right, so I guess now I can start actually crafting for a while now that the technical minutia is dealt with for the moment. How awesome is it? It's this awesome. It's precisely this awesome. This year's costume is changing a little bit. I'm going to take a little dive into Welsh mythology. And we're going to go as... we're going to modify the current costume to be more Welsh mythologically themed. Gonna have a horned king motif. Also 3D printing witch orbs, which is an extreme time saver over their regular manufacture. This is the new crown, which should be considerably thicker than the last one. The last one is up there, still kind of undergoing painting tests. Yeah. Also print out some new eyelets for my goggles. So my eyes will not just be round, but they'll actually be angry round shape. That's all good. Whew. Yeah, in terms of the time, Pearl, I woke up this morning at about 1 o'clock. That's when the cat just would not stop telling me that her food dish needed to be filled. And so that's when we started. So kind of starting to run out of gas now, but I wanted to stream before I hit the sack tonight. I need to get my smock. So I'm planning on splattering a lot. Hi, Madge. Smock, smock, smock. There's my smock. There we go. Hey, pussycat. What are you doing? You're so cute. Yes. Hey, Barbara. A Brazilian living in Denmark. Well, I suppose stranger things have happened. I was once an American living in Britain. How are things over in Denmark? A country I've always wanted to visit. We're going to let that cure for a minute. Oh, between bits and pieces. All right. Well, let's kick off. Well, I've already kicked off. I want this thing to be rock solid. And then I want to get going on more of that. It's already pretty rock solid, honestly. A few angles on it are different from the last crown. I like the last crown's angles a little bit better, but what are you gonna do? Sandpaper Festival. Okay. And this guy is ready for more stuff. That's another pair of needle nosers. One thing I love having in hand is needle nose pliers. We got sauce. We got clay. We got pencil. We got the big board. We're going to work the new Ridgy method on his lower half, I think. Because I would like to know his face is Done diddly undone. Yeah, it's not bad clay. I made it earlier. I was a little worried about it. Yeah, pretty much. At least with this method. I mean, the sauce does all the work, really, so. It's surprisingly simple. Worm it, slap it, worm it, slap it. And here I was thinking that this method would be one of those take forever kind of things. And it's not. Oh, yeah, I probably could use the sculpting tools. Can't believe how tired I am already. Then again, it's 6:03. I've already been up quite a few hours. A thin worm. Ooh. Should probably put down a layer of sauce, but I think I'll be all right. Stuff does tend to bond pretty well to itself. Next set of articulated fingers is brewing on the printer downstairs, which is pretty nice. Probably ought to connect that a little bit up here. Big worm here. Well, that can sometimes happen, Barbara. It's all down to practice, practice, practice. Usually with a lot of whoopsies along the way. Lord knows I've made my share of them before arriving at my ideal destinations. Sounds good, Pearl. We'll catch you on the other side. Just came across a new method myself. Well, the school is, I'm still quote unquote educating, but the schools will not reopen this year in New York State. That came from the governor not too long ago. So, yeah, I guess I'm kind of in that boat. This whole quarantine education thing is, I don't know. I am not the best at remote education. Especially due to the fact that a lot of students are just in that, what? You mean there's no school? Yay, we're done kind of mindset. Yeah. So, yeah. It's interesting. I think I will be referring to this in later years as the longest summer, just because, well, a lot of people have had to do a lot of adaptation. My curriculum was already designed for people who were out a lot on various absences. So I didn't have to do a whole lot of replanning, restructuring, redoing. And my curriculum is not something like, with mathematics. Everybody's they got to be taught the next step of the way. Yeah, pretty much. My stuff is very, very information based. So if you got it, you got it. If you don't, then you need to chat with me about it and I'll explain it. That seems very thick. Yeah. So we'll see. As far as I'm concerned, it's do the best you can with the job of educating until we decide what is the last official day. Probably have to go into school, clean up the classroom, and all that fun stuff. I gotta make sure my hydroponics are all topped up. Yeah. Hey, Goliath, how's it going? Ooh, pardon. Just had a nice dinner though. Ordered out to Magro's, which is our local pizza place. Got myself a nice roll and an antipasto salad. Just brought my mood up, and that was kind of nice. So these wormies aren't pressed as flat as they need to be. Cool. Excellent. Yeah, I threw pictures of it up both on the Facebook and the YouTube community section so people could see what you're up to. No problem. Like to show off good stuff from anybody. Mm. No, but I've learned to never underestimate other people's projects. They say they're working on something big. They're usually not BSing. And I have not. I don't know, Chris. You're going to have to ask Goliath. He's in the YouTube chat. That's not my rock. That's his rock. I was just throwing it up to show it off and so people can know what he's talking about. He can point them towards some pictures. I'm just being a booster. not mine. That's Goliath's baby. Goliath, I had to look up plans on how to make that work chair of yours. I like that thing. Ordered myself a set of caster wheels. Eventually, I'll head down to Lowe's, get some 2x4s, and knock one together for myself. Yep, this method is awesome. Stupidly easy and simple. Gets great results too. Yeah, I'm not too worried. I figured I'll be able to knock it up because I'm gonna have to make mine a little wider than the internet plan that I found. I'm a touch more corpulent than the average fellow. So I knew there would be modifications to make. Mm. Yeah, it's tough to find a good chair that'll hold you without any worries. Mm. I think this time I'll put some sauce down first. Seemed to work better last time. I'm a little over 380. I wish I was 380. No, I'm not worried about it holding me. I just want everything to be comfortable. Hey Danielle, how's it going? Yeah, you and me both. Hard craft work. Well, I'm feeling lucky. Plenty of folks out there don't have any kind of hobby like this. And they're the ones going absolutely spare. They've watched everything on Netflix 6 times over by now, and they're just going nuts. It is indeed. Oh, I swear, if I go on Facebook and see another long string of Fourth Be With You things, I'm going to lose it. Make this a little bit more even. Yeah, no kidding. Well, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just when every single friggin' post on there is that. It's like, does nobody else have anything actually going on today? I begrudge no one their time of enjoying Star Wars, though. The greatest 3 sci-fi films conceivably ever made. Good. Not sure what the temperature hit here today. It's pretty close to 70 yesterday. Oh, pardon me. That's a bad neck section right there. Danielle, you thought about this way too much. Oh dear. Welcome back, bro. Oh, all right, let's blend it and sauce it. Thanks, Jess. Trying to make it more so. When, where, and however possible. Damn, I'm loving this technique. Davis. Smooth it down up here. Bam. And like that, it's pretty much done. Let's give it a quick bit of extra blend. This takes a lot more clay though, but flour is still cheapy cheap. Oh, cool stuff, Deadhead. Thanks very much. I'm glad you guys are having good luck with it. I certainly enjoy putting them out. I think pretty soon we're going to have an advanced pumpkin making video because I have got to show off this technique. This is insane. And realistically, I think you can do it with without adding the outer shell first, like I did. I think you should be able to do this by just starting with layered strips, slapping it on worms and spreading them out, which will make for better pumpkins in equivalent time that look amazing. Without somebody having to break the bank on clay. Been upgrading the craft room the last couple days. That's been really nice. Though that trip down to the basement almost killed me. I am very, very allergic to mouse. And some of the boxes down there had been hanging out in the garage in my former domicile and were exposed to the various rodentia in the region. And I had one mother of an asthma attack. Very unpleasant. Yep. Always the perk of the paper mache pumpkin. The fact that you don't have to keep going out and getting more of them. Come to think of it, on a regular mache pumpkin, I would be able to make the bottom considerably wider too for its base to not roll. So, yeah. Keeps getting better and better. Just having a little trouble sticking. There it goes. Blend it on down. Just gotta watch those after bubbles that like to open up. Ooh. Nice. Fantastic. Are you using the witchwood stuff, Deadhead? Or are you using the skin covering? Let's try flattening this a little bit more. Okay, cool. Consider using witchwood if you can. I found nothing in the world looks so much like tree bark as that stuff. Cotton and mache paste. It's a freaking artisan miracle. Oh, this chair is decidedly getting less and less comfy. Cool. Skin covering obviously will work too. No problem. But definitely check out witchwood. That stuff is incredible. Alright, let's make these a little bit flatter to the surface. This thing is already consuming a monstrous amount of clay. I'm somewhat actually worried about putting it on the head of a sentinel That, or I may have to go get some 1-inch pipe instead of the 3/4. Because it's going to have to be a lot sturdier. Hey, Wayne, how's it going? Have a good one, Chris. Thanks for dropping by. Chris says hi to everybody on YouTube. We'll catch you on the next sweep round on Twitch. Awesome. Good to see. Let's pre-blend that. In fact, let's pre-blend them both. There. That should be all of it. Better and easier. If you want to see witch wood, check out probably the witch bottle tutorial and the witch orb. I can show you in just a second. Let me clear up this segment. At the very least, I can show you the effect. And what you got to do is find a source of cotton, either cotton balls or somewhere where there's cheap raw cotton. And then you need paper mache paste, which is obviously easy. Okay. All right. Let me show you what witch wood looks like. Witch wood. Oof. Looks like. Come here. Looks like this. It makes just about everything look like wood. And it can be used on anything tree-like. And all you need to do is take cotton, get it stretched out, unwind it from the balls into kind of tufts. Let's give it a soak in mache paste and slop layers of it on. Whoop. Ooh. And you can get cotton balls, you can get cotton coil. Cotton coil is really easy to use because it's already undone. If you are very ambitious, you get raw cotton and buy that off of Amazon for a relatively low price. And if you're feeling thrifty, you get cotton balls. You sit down with a wife in front of something and just spend the evening watching something and unrolling cotton balls. Yep, I put more of them on Facebook because YouTube was like, all right, you want to put multiples? You can't do that, one at a time. And then Facebook didn't really care how many I threw up. Roll. Excellent. Yep, and the 10-pound bale is that's a lot. I did my entire first Sentinel, didn't even scratch the bale. Whoa. Oh, let's throw that more front and center. Yep, that's where I got mine, Deadhead. Thunder Acres, 10-pound bale. It's not cheap, but if you do a lot of it, it's more cost effective than the cotton balls because it's already pre-unwound. But if you got bored kids, unleash the cotton balls upon them. Yeah, you should be able to visit the site, Wayne, if you want to take a look at it. No account needed to have a look. Cool. I think I got a link to the site down in the YouTube description. I mean, letting this clay just sit out at room temperature for a while has really done some wonders for it. Hey, you do what you got to do, Goliath, you know? Let's get a pointier end at the top. There we go. Let's get this. More flat. Ooh. I'd be forever afraid of the waterproofing prospects of a rock like that in this area. I hear you, Deadhead. Those bloody bales last forever, unless you make it a giant rock like Goliath. Needs to be longer. Unfortunately, in central New York, a nice piece like that would be moldering within a week or two. I think I want to pause on this one here because I'm afraid if I get to this side too much, I'm going to whack something over here and it's going to deform. So we'll leave a small undone area for a little while. It's not like I'm not going to be busting my butt on it. All I got for COVID is crafting time. Come on. You can blend better than that. Hmm. Yep, I'm figuring about 9 months. There's going to be a fair few number of births. Alright, that should be pretty good for right now. Just visual survey here. There's a spot. Alright, that should be good. There better be a paywall on that channel. Well, then again, it's the internet, so nope, not really. Oh, yeah, I love that technique, Wayne. We've got a whole bunch of PVC and glue candles that we haul out every year. They look great. Yeah, let's let that dry. Whew. Clay for the moment. Good on sauce for the moment. Oh my goodness, guy. I can. Let me do some other stuff first. We'll see about it. More water. I'm gonna start painting the big pumpkin man pretty soon. I found my bucket of dry lock down in the basement, so even if I don't have my white latex paint, I can definitely use dry lock. What's up, Lynn? Hey, Coco. How's it going? Ooh. Oh, hell, did that not? That didn't go very well together. Bollocks. Oh, it was better until I found out that this thing didn't align very well. Thank God it's super glue. I thought that was far better aligned than it was. There we go. Well, I was just working on the new pumpkin for the Sentinel. Taking a moment here to unite the two halves of the Horn King's crown, especially after I just botched a gluing somehow. Don't quite know how I gorped that. Yep, I should have seen it this side too. Come here. Am I happy with that? Yes. So happy with it. I'm going to hold it like this until it cures. Whew. Well, I can empathize. These 3D prints all started off digital. And then they went into real space. I don't know why I'm blowing out. It's a chemical reaction with water. And I suppose there's more water in my breath, so. And then we'll cure the backside. I don't know if I want to throw the crown ornament on it right now. I kind of want to hit this whole thing with a layer or two of urethane myself. Yep, 3D printed. In 3 parts. 2 halves and an ornament. Alright, let's let that finish curing. This one here was the prototype. And then we did some painting experiments and whatnot on it. So that's the second version, which is a much thicker crown. Started out Fusion 360 and then into Mesh Mixer. Because I'm a hell of a lot better at Mesh Mixer than I am in Fusion 360. I find Mesh Mixer is a little bit more of an intuitive program. But I like Fusion 360. I'd like to try out a few more modeling programs. Yeah, I figured. I also screwed around with Blender a little bit. You know, try a little bit of everything. Haven't played with CAD yet. Just looking for free softwares at the moment. And Fusion 360 and Mesh Mixer were at the top of those lists. Don't you dare misalign on me. There we go. You be a good little crown. Haven't messed with that one. There's one I think called Simplify 3D that I want to give a shot to. Let's see if I like it. Take care, Wayne. Thanks for dropping in. Really? With a name like Simplify 3D, you'd think it would be the easy one. Get me off that damn camera. I'll let that cure for a few more moments. Oh. I wouldn't mind hitting it all with a layer of urethane. And then later on, I'll hit it with another layer of urethane. And then I'll paint it. I've never heard of SketchUp. No, wait, come to think, I have heard of it. I just haven't, I haven't heard of it a lot. Heard of many others far more. God, I love super glue. Just going to hit the back of the front with another blast of it. So tempting to put it on my head for another sizing, but not while there's super glue on it. There we go. Awesome. Good. I'll have to take a look at it. SketchUp and rhinoceros. Anything that would help me use it more like Fusion 360, because I suck at Fusion 360. I can do basic stuff, but nothing really the way I want to do it. I want some more wax on this thing, too. All right, well. There. Let's grab something medium-sized and soft. Okay, I'll try SketchUp. Maybe this one. I like that brush. Alright, and let's clear the drying space so I can put this crown somewhere to finish. There's the holy screwdriver of opening. You know, I'm a little curious. And strategies for smoothing. Just kind of wondering what would happen if you threw some mache paste down and let it harden. Would that smooth the print at all? I gotta know. Yeah, I'm not looking to dump a ton of cash into it, though. Plastic dip's not cheap stuff. I got a spray can of it. I just want to be careful. Let's make this go a little fast. I'm gonna turn the fan on low. Both for the print and my personal airflow comfort. And Coke, I really don't care. As long as it's not, a 4-letter word or some other crapola. Or something intensely juvenile. But again, my channel doesn't tend to draw those folks. Ah, Serbia, very cool. It's a ways off the beaten path that I'm used to hearing about. How are you guys dealing with COVID over there? Hi, Match. Yeah, release your claws, kitten. Hi. Come here. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Hi. Playing, where did the cat go? Ah, okay, so you guys have a full curfew timer. Gotcha. Much the same over here. Except, you can go out, but why would you? Nothing for it. Just gonna get some urethane on our hands. Oh wow. Yeah, so you guys have got a real heavy situation over there. Shea paste is not thrilling me. I think that's the point. It's supposed to sting. I would certainly also stay inside when faced with a €500 fine. It's not bad. All right. So that's good and cured. My grip point is going to be right there. Oh, that's probably why Madge came in here. Looks like Sam is driving her nuts. Hmm. That sounds like good stuff. At least you're in it for a skill. It's about how the school I teach in is. We try to do vocational stuff. Far more skill based than academics. Good. Yeah, it's a better way to go. I think over here the baby boomers all got sold the idea of college. They sold it on to their kids, and now everybody's in collegiate debt with no actual skills. All right. Fortunately, I got a bit of a bad print on that skull. Downstairs, I got another set of articulated finger extensions going. Rock on. Take care, Coca. Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate you hanging with us. Good luck with your new graphics card. May it be everything that they said it was going to be in the advertising. Oh, yeah. I've been live more in the last couple of weeks than I have been in the last couple of years. Don't plan on stopping now. It's been fun. Had lots to do. Quite frankly, it's kept me sane. All the wackadoodlishness of the quarantine. That's not bad at all. Not in the least. Yeah, no kidding, Goliath. Somewhat sane. Vaguely sane. I don't think any of us are fully sane at the moment. Excellent. And there's nothing worse than putting in any computer component and finding out that it needs all sorts of other crapola, or you gotta tech support it yourself for the next 20 hours to get it working. It's never ever fun. This thing of painting on the urethane should be pretty easy. I think my least favorite is when you know there's going to be, you gotta send it back, and you know it's going to be in the mail. Da, 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 da. It's going to take forever. That's the one that pisses me off all the time. Fortunately, that happens very rarely. Woof. Yeah, that would be kind of nuts, Ross. I haven't done that since many an ice storm ago. Many an ice storm ago. It's one of those, I have what I need to get through that, but just remembering back when I was a kid, I used to read books all the time. Then growing up, I don't do it quite as much. Just wondering if I could ever get back to that time period where I would spend a whole day just parked on the couch, reading, 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 reading. Almost unheard of in the current age. Ah, that's a crazy one, Coco. But then I'm thinking how long it took them to get me my 3D printer after I actually ordered the thing. Several weeks. The part of that was due to COVID. restriction on the shipping. I shouldn't say restriction, just the fact that shipping was down to a crawl. In some areas, still is. You're able to drop it. Ah, yes. Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time. I never did get into that series. I was up to my ears in David Eddings at the time. Yeah, skills always advance over time, Koga. But I got the PC I do right now. Oh, wow. I'd imagine, though, if it was a tornado, they'd be quick to report that. That's news that sells. Heavy Winds just doesn't have the same news at 6 punch. Alright, almost there. It's going to be hard to grip this thing shortly. Nope, just high winds. Okay, let's do it back of this time. That didn't take too long to do. That's good. Especially considering that tomorrow I want to get another coat before I start painting it. The inside I couldn't care less about. The outside should be tolerably good. Take care, Coco. Catch you around. Meow. Hi, Midge. What are you doing? Meow. Come here. Come get some pets. Where'd you go? There you are. Hi. Jeez. What? What's the problem? It's 7:30. It's not 10 o'clock. It's not bedtime. It's not food time. Ah. Crazy fur breath. Let's go grab that hammer I brought up here earlier. What's up? Sit there. Oh, I should grab the dry lock too. Okay, come here. Not gonna start moving again. You're safe. And now you decide to start sniffing something. Of course. Cats. Okay. That goes down. I'll find another pair of swim goggles soon and make myself another set of glowing eyes. There, dry lock. Let's play another game of never do this with your paint. Dry lock. Extreme masonry waterproofer. Because if it's not extreme, you are doing it right. Yeah, let's see if we still have. Actually, we won't know on this one. Interesting. Well, send me a few more pictures when you get it going. I'll throw them up and everybody can see the coolness. Let's see. It goes onto sticks things to other things. Can move back a bit. That can move back. That can move back. And that can move back. Most of this can move back. So I want to stick this clay and this paste further away. Let's get you. There. I gave him a spray white inside earlier. Nice. Oh, be careful with this stuff. Because I've got to avoid all the witchwood. Crud falling into the paint. I haven't used this can of dry lock, I don't think, ever. Maybe once I see some whitening on the rim. Just glad it's not a brick. Cool. All right, soft brushes with no splatter. Personally, I can't do those energy drinks at all. They're just. Yeah. Well, probably should have thrown a stem on this guy before painting. God damn it. Whoops. Hold on, I can sand that off. Keep forgetting he needs a stem. Maybe he doesn't need a stem that bad. Let's get some detail. Hello, cat. Well, on the plus side, stuff covers up the witchwood, overstaying perfectly. How's it going, Joey? How is the finder of crafting treasures this evening? Oh, this was going to be a nightmare. Yes, absolutely. We're doing a dry lock undercoat here, and then later will come actual orange color. Normally I do a black undercoat, but I want this guy to look very real pumpkin-y. So we're going to do a white with an orange on top. Downside being, of course, that I have to avoid all this stained witchwood from earlier, which I knew was going to be a bloody nightmare, but oh well. What's he doing? Well, don't worry, I've already screwed it up because I didn't throw the stem on. I'm going to have to sand the top of the head and throw on some flavor of stem. Yeah. The trouble with witchwood is that it looks best when it can actually soak into the cotton. Consequently, that means that you want to get a good old go of it, then you need to do the witchwood first and the rest of the paint after. I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to take a very, very liberal outline with the rest of the paint here, just because anybody looking at this guy on Halloween night is going to have no way of knowing precisely where the witchwood stops and the rest begins. It'll save me a little bit of headache from trying to go ultra, ultra, ultra high fidelity here. As much as I love high fidelity, I also love low headache. And he's still going to look sparklingly awesome on Halloween night. Glad my boy here has a little puppet stick to hold on to. Will do. Gonna be a few though. Yep. So happy to do it. catch. Let's see here. Reach over here. Oh, geez. There's some gaps in there that need filling. Get to that in a few minutes. I could fill it after the fact. Yeah, we'll see. This fan's gotta shut off. Dry lock's starting to get film on top. Airbrushes are a lot of fun. Haven't played with mine in a very long time. I hear the church bell ringing. Must be about 7 o'clock. Ooh. Along the same line as Joey mentioned, just in his last bit there, I have found that my ability to do stuff has been greatly helped by actually getting all my crud set up. Alright, almost there. Dry lock is less like painting and more like applying glue. Yeah, there are always going to be screw ups. Just touch them up with some brown paint later on. Oh, it's not bad. Well, at least I know its waterproof powers are, or waterproofing powers are second to none. It's got some gaps down below that I'm not even going to go for. It's just asking for trouble. Stuff dries rapidly, though. I'll give it that. Huh. How much of a stem do I want to give this guy anyway? Let's just it's fine. I played with the idea of giving him a dry brush of like a looking at him now, it seems silly, but I played with the idea of giving him a dry brush of like a neon green to blast under a black light. But I definitely don't think that now as I'm looking at him. I might give him a dry brush of an invisible photoreactive. But we'll see. Give me some sauce. Yes, he is definitely going to go for the green LED chest. Throw a proto stem on him here. I'll let that root. I'll probably finish it with some witchwood. Oh, that does look awful. That looks fucking awful. Yeah, we're just gonna finish it with witchwood. But yeah, that's a proto stem. All right. You know, I like the look of him better without a stem. This thing looks dopey as hell. Get off of him. He's beautiful. I don't think he needs a stem. Yep, I think in this guy's case, that will be best. Because, yeah, just don't like didn't like the look of that stem at all. I mean, if he had a stem, he'd need something that really arced up over the top, came back down. I can do that, but I think I'd rather do it more on the next one and just let him be spooktacular the way he is. He'll have all the little guys too, so yeah. Let's see how bad the scrapes are affecting his back. Not really badly. There's a few areas of wear. I'm more worried about the front. I put him face down. Oh. All right, well, let's throw him up to dry. Oof. Oh. Oh. I'm also getting tired. Agreed. Stems? We don't need no stinking stems. Oh. All right. Need another look over here. Let's see how bad these bubbles, gaps are. think they're that noticeable though, and that one's going to be in the back. So screw it. That's something we're going to have to worry about going forward. We got to make those wormies smaller and blend their edges before we slap the other stuff down. Woo. That's where I'm going to set that thing a little bit more. Whew. Whew. I added one other little thing for fun when I was going through the craft room today. Figure it'd be great for display. Echo, turn off craft light. Put some little ghost lights in there. Not as visible as I thought they were earlier, though. There we go. There. That's better. Now we got some spook for when I actually light up a pumpkin. Kind of wish I could jack the power output on that thing, but yeah. Echo, turn on craft light. But yeah, thought that would be fun. All right, let's hammer this down. Here's the hammer. Excellent. Trying to think if there's anything else I can do. Not too strenuous. I probably should have dry locked the mini pumpkins, but again, I am getting a little tired. I gotta find another set of swim goggles for those things. That thing's got its first layer of urethane on. Needs at least 6 hours to dry. Urethane is notoriously slow. The arms are done for the pumpkin. We gotta do the mini guys. I can spray paint the joints, but I'm in no hurry to do that. Now, next time I'll do the back of his head, then we'll orange him up, and then we'll see what else he needs. And then he's gonna be practically done. Just have to decide how we're gonna attach the mini heads. Yeah. Oh, the spider. I suppose. There's not a whole lot I can do on the spider in terms of long stuff, because a lot of the stuff that he needs is tiny detail. You have to kibitz with him for a few minutes, though. How's the light? Light's okay. That thing's gonna slide. Yeah, better grippy for the camera. Right now it's grabbing the arm of another tripod. Consequently, it doesn't have the greatest of non-slidey grips there. I'm glad that I no longer put the liquid starch in there. Just less, less time, less prep. Bang, bang, boom, and it's done. Need some sauce. Where's sauce? There, you blend it down. I'd really love to get one of those nice, big, high-quality standing mixers. That would be lovely. Just throw all your crap in there and boom. There's so many ways to do paste. Yeah, I made up this batch with my 5-gallon earlier. Hit it with the paint mixer. Bam! That's good. All right, I like the bigger fangs, but now they seem a little misshapen. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Halloween night, nobody's gonna care. Everybody's just gonna go, "Ooh, look at the pumpkin spider." They're gonna be happy, and that's what it's all about. Yeah, where's mine? There we go. I just use this little paint mixer upper. I think I got that at the dollar store ages ago. I kind of wish I'd gotten more of them, because many is the time now where I'm wondering where the hell I left my mixer. There, that's okay. All right, that's a little bit bigger on the fangs. Yep. That's all set. Yeah, we can check out the method here on a small scale guy. Kind of curious. As to how much improvement can be gotten. I still think it's going to be sizable. Make sure we blend down the edges. Let's get a little more light. Whew. I end up doing this with every single pumpkin from here on out. It'll be crazy. Blend it. Blend the edges. Whew. We'll do just one more here because he's going to start to really get wobbly. He needs smaller parts. Blend it, blend it. All right, let's see what we get. All right, not doing pumpkins any other way ever again. Just no need. I don't know. I think there's a lot of other folks there who do some really good pumpkins. Jay Olson's got some great designs, and Scott Stahl is the original king of paper mache pumpkin. But yeah, I'm doing them all this way from here on out. I think what we'll do is we'll get the paper down, and then we're gonna make a whole bunch of clay snakes and just do it that way. It's the only way to fly. Makes them 10,000 times more organic looking and more realistic pumpkin-y. It's phenomenal. If I had time, I'd redo the top guy over again with this method. All right. Well, it's 8:34, and I am exhausted. It's bedtime for Bonzo. I've been up since 1:30 a.m. So, whew. Successful little night. Moving on. We're maybe 3-4 days away from having the Sentinel be pretty much painted and set. I shall. All right. Thank you very much for hanging out with me, everybody. Appreciate it. It's nice to be able to craft with people rather than just up here alone in the tiny room. Not tiny anymore, but it's awesome. Phenomenal. All right, everybody. Thanks much again. Take care. I will hopefully catch you tomorrow. I have one meeting, and so take care, everybody. See you later on. Now I can modulate the stream, control everything from here.